So, hello everyone. It is Rory from that Eurovision site, and I am so thrilled to be joined by Benny Cristo representing Czechia at Eurovision this year. Ahoy, jak się masz?
Ahoj, mám se skvěle, děkuju. Wow, that's cool that you know.
Thank you. I do try to, you know, ease people into these interviews with a little bit of their own language, so it's great.
I like that, I like that.
How are you doing? How are you gearing up for this whole kind of thing that's happening?
Yeah, it's intense actually. Being locked in a hotel for already like I don't know how long, 10 days. We're already here. We did have some trips, but very secluded from people and very respectfully guarded. So yeah, it's been crazy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy to actually be on stage finally. So can't wait.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. All of the rehearsals you were giving, it looked really quite stunning, your performance actually. How are
Yeah.
you sort of gearing up to the shows? You know, how are you doing? What are you doing to relax between?
What about doing to relax? Mainly spend time with dancers and with friends. And I wanted to read. I brought a bunch of books, but that didn't happen at all. Like I didn't even open a single book, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna read so much. I'm gonna be like a professional reader. Didn't read shizzling, nothing.
Just did not happen at all. I think it's because it's so busy, like this whole kind of Eurovision thing, you just get sucked into it. You're always doing one thing after the next, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, fantastic. Um, Obviously, you know, Omaga, fantastic song as well, similar to Kimama as well last year. The music video that you had for Omaga, it had so many different sort of film references and sort of TV show references. What was the sort of meaning behind that?
Mm, uh, I wanted to. Well, okay, so we have to go to the actual core of the song. The core of the song is just like it's trying to meet up with people, and then people finding excuse not to meet up. Not finding, but like I don't know. There's been quarantine. I'm fat and stuff like that and stuff, and all kinds of like fairy tales that you make up because you are shy to meet up with someone. So I would consider all of those movie references as like metaphors to like what are you capable of putting on as an excuse not to meet somebody, and I'm just like, okay, if I'm Forrest Gump, is it okay if I'm Wolf from Wall Street, if I'm Swayze from Dirty Dancing, if I'm like there's just like basically fairy tale after fairy tale, and it's also my favorite movies, so I just wanted to just put it in there. Just
Yeah,
kind of
no,
reference like
it looked really good. I actually was going to say, have you got any sort of film recommendations after all of these different film references?
if I have some film recommendations that I would
Yeah,
like apart from all of the references that are in there,
apart from yeah, something completely different.
completely different. I really liked Mr. Nobody with Jared Leto. If you know Jared Leto,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
do.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's amazing. Not just musician, 30 Seconds to Mars, but also incredible actor. And this movie, Mr. Nobody, is about. I don't want to. I hate spoilers, but it's very interesting. You should definitely watch it. It's about people. You know how like sometimes you think about like some people sometimes think like what would happen in my life if I chose to do this instead of that. And this movie takes you on a journey into all possible variations of your decisions, and it
Wow.
basically, so you start a movie line like this and it just like spreads, then you follow all the movie lines and then they like interact together, and then sometimes they meet, your decisions in life that you decided, when you were like 10, 15 years old, they somehow meet somewhere in your 25s and in your 30s and stuff, and then they disconnect again completely and go somewhere else, and then you all meet at the last bed, before you leave this planet, kind of. And yeah, I think that's a very, very unique way uh, to enjoy movie.
Yeah. It's that sounds like a really interesting film. I've never heard of it before. I'm definitely gonna have
Yeah,
to put
yeah,
that on
no,
my list now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's great. Obviously, speaking about sort of these kind of things as well. Just to kind of bring it back to Omaga, I guess, you know, this is the first time in, I want to say about maybe 14 years or so that we have a line in Czech. What brought you to actually include that little line in Czech?
Just that possibility that I can do it, because I write all of my songs and I just want to have fun with it, and I want to be original. I want it to be original also, you know, with the already with the title of the song. I want it to be original with the way that the song is written. And if there, you know, Czech language is not something that is, I believe it's very hard. It will be very hard for people to understand and to enjoy it, because it is complicated in terms of phonetically understanding it. So I didn't want to be selfish. I wanted, you know, the rest of Europe to enjoy it as well fully. But I still, you know, I'm still Czech, so I wanted to put a little bit in there so that people know that I'm not forgetting about them, and that they know that you know, I represent. So that's that. And I wouldn't do it if I wouldn't find a line that would fit it perfectly. But just that little reference to Czech, it just rhymed perfectly with the rest of the song, and I was just like, okay, let's go. I just put it.
Yeah, it's nice that we get to have that, because I think the last time we had Czech was Kabat, and that was what, 14 years ago. So I think it's just nice to have something else, something new from the Czech Republic for a while, I guess, isn't it?
You know your stuff very good. This is very long time ago.
Well, what can we say? We're Eurovision fans.
I appreciate it.
But, obviously, as well, you know, you're Czech as well, but you also have a sort of heritage from Angola as well. How has that sort of played a role in your music?
Not to that extent that probably it could, because my parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and my mom didn't want me to speak Portuguese, because in Angola there's a Portuguese colony. So we used to speak Portuguese. So I kind of let that part die in me, sort of. And it took me a while to kind of connect to it. And it was only last year, because of Kemama's revamp, that I got to visit first time after 30 years, actually. First time after 30 years, I got to visit sub-Saharan Africa. Like I got to go to Kenya, to Nairobi, and you know, see how people live in there, and it was awesome. It really did something to me in a very good way.
Yeah, it definitely came across in the several revamps that we had gotten of Kemama. It came across that it was a lot of African elements to it, and it really just like added that extra little flavor to that song. I really loved it, actually. Yeah. Speaking of, I guess, like, obviously you're like a big star in Czechia. It's like, has your taking part like helped to boost the popularity of Eurovision in Czechia, do you think?
If my say it again, say this last word, sorry.
Like your popularity, has it like kind of boosted like the popularity of Eurovision in Czechia?
I would say that people are like way more interested than, but that's just, you know, that's me from my perspective and from my like subjective point of view, where I am the person who is here for Czech Republic, and then obviously I get all kinds of messages from them. But I think the biggest job was already done by Mikolas Josef and by Lake Malawi. I think they did such a great job that people already are very interested in Eurovision. Obviously, yes, I do believe that I am getting a lot of messages, you know, and stuff, and very supportive. But I think it's growing. I think just the reach of Eurovision is spreading by every year, and people are realizing how amazing this festival, for me, I would call it festival, is, you know.
It is really, because it's just a big sort of celebration of music, and that's what's so lovely.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
That's actually the reason why I joined. I just like before I was looking at it, it was more like a competition, but ever since I started looking at it more as a festivity, as a festival, that's when I kind of wanted to join it.
Yeah. I mean, with such a festival and, you know, meeting so many people, have you made many friends from the other countries?
We are not able, or like we're not allowed to meet up with each other too much, only in Ahoy Arena, and only with very specific rules that kind of uh, kind of this makes it impossible to properly meet, to like create some kind of a deeper connection. But I did meet a couple of artists, and all of my encounters were awesome. So I'm really hoping that when things get a little better, we're gonna be able to kind of keep in touch and maybe follow up on some of the very nice connections that we did.
Mm. Fingers crossed, yeah, because it seems that there's so much sort of love between the artists this year. It just feels really like wholesome, I guess. Yeah, just like what are your plans then after the contest?
My plans after I just want to relax for a little bit. It's been a long journey with like a lot of emotional roller coasters
Yeah.
happening, and especially with the testing here, where you are basically every second day you're tested, and there's countries that are then negative, positive, and stuff. You meet someone, you don't meet someone, you're not sure, you're sure. There's like so much of this, like, gets to your head, whether you like it or not. It will get to your head, and so being able to go out in between people and just not to deal with anything, and just like to relax and just lay in the grass and meet up with my friends and drink beer in my pub that I opened with my friends.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I I was hoping to go to Prague at some point, so I'll definitely swing by and see.
Yo, you serious?
Yeah.
You better come visit. You better come
I'll
visit.
definitely I'll get a free drink on the house, yeah.
Are you? Of course, like you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy if you're gonna walk by your, like, on your four limbs. You're just gonna like crawl out.
I'm totally ready for that. Given how it's been recently this year, I think we all need that.
We all need that. We all need
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah, we should get back to our animal roots and just start walking by forest, all of us.
Exactly, yeah. Just sort of one final question. What kind of message would you like to give to our readers?
To your readers, I would love to give this message. We have been locked for a very long time to make this happen. As I said, I don't see it that much as a competition. I see it as a festivity, as a festival, and I want you to enjoy it. The artists here, all of them, have been working super hard. Not just the artists, but also all of the teams, all of the producers, just all the crew of EBU, all the crew of like the Eurovision. Everybody's been doing amazing job to get actual fans into the Eurovision's arena, into Ahoy Arena here in Rotterdam. So just enjoy it. Don't be too critical. We all make mistakes under amazing amount of stress, and we love you. So
Oh, that's such a lovely message, honestly. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much just for speaking to us. Hodně štěstí for tomorrow and Thursday, so it'll be fantastic. And yeah, have a fantastic day.
I will, and thank you so much for your energy. You're amazing. Thank you, honestly.
Thank you.
Genuinely,
Thank you.